Right there. Go ahead.
Where my shit at?
Oh, see what they thought was that the revolution wasn't going to be televised. Oh, they thought the revolution wasn't going to be seen, but it is. And once again, we roasting your ass back up in the frame. This is Roast This, not just a show of comedic insults, but comedic insight, showing you how we will flame on anything in this populace of the world. Joining me today, man, is, the cast of no other. These guys are the brilliant minds right here from All Def Digital. My boy Brandon Lewis is here. Comedian CP is here. Kraig Smith is here. And today, we're dedicating this broadcast to start it off by some people we need to call by name. Oh, these coons. Oh, there's so many coons running around. We just got to let you know who they are and give these coons the award. Oh, man. Let's go to coon number one.
God has sent us.
Yes, God has sent us to call these coons out. Oh, man, these coons, you might know them. You might even see them on TV, maybe in movies. Coon number one, Terry Coon Cruz.
Oh,
man. Now, this guy here, he likes to let people play with his nuts. He don't want to beat them up. But he'd rather
really?
Yeah, he's
really? Come on, bro.
You're a boy, Damon. You're a boy. And you're letting a grown man play with your nuts in front of your wife and not tell nobody nothing. Let me tell you something. You play with my nuts and my wife, you wouldn't touch my nuts. First of all, it's some layers for you.
You fucked that up already. I tell you, you play my nuts. Why did
Right.
If I was a homosexual,
you better buy me something.
if I happen to be a homosexual,
You play with these, man.
I tell you what, you touch my nuts in front of my wife, I'm gonna fucking write you a love letter.
Touch my nuts in front of my wife. You a strong young man. You understand me? You make it happen.
And touch my nuts in front of my wife, shit, we gonna invite you to the marriage. No.
Terry Crews, when you gonna stop fucking up, nigga? God damn, man.
Yeah, Terry Crews got to chill the fuck out, man. Here go the thing. Right? Have y'all noticed how the most physically imposing brothers, they like to break them down and dispose them in front of everybody for how weak they are? None of your white friends, Terry, none of your white friends came to you like, hey, bro, chill the fuck out.
No, you know why, CP? Because Terry has been made to believe in order for him to exist in entertainment, in order for him to be well-liked and well-appreciated, he must pander to the likes of others. I'm going to just be honest with you, bro. First of all, let me help you understand a word you use. You use white supremacy and you use racism in a commentary to say how that there was an equal balance, in which case black supremacy is led by us asking for black lives to be mattered and counted equally. I'm going to tell you for that, Terry Crews, you was a goddamn lie, you was a goddamn coon. For us as black people, for us to have a systematic advantage, a social economic advantage. Don't even show him holding no goddamn hammer like he's.
That's John Henry. That movie was trained.
Goddamn John Henry. That's John. Let me play with your nuts. That's who that is, Mister. I like my body.
We'll talk about it, Billy.
I'm just telling you, bro.
Hey, but hold up though. You know me. I'm always ready to offer the devil's advocate.
Hey, hold on. Shout out to
your
haircut. Shout out to the haircut that you got. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he's looking like a
you're gonna let the streets know.
The fro hawk, man. I'm going with the fro hawk, bro. If it don't work, the hair will grow back.
That shit high as fuck, nigga. What the fuck they call that shit?
Yeah, you look like you the star of the 8th grade football team right now.
Hey, if you don't get your booby miles looking ass on out of here, boy.
Hey man, I wanted an aggressive haircut, man. And
hey, your backdrop not working, Kraig.
Let me get that shit right. Hold on, bro.
Hold on, my bad. You filming porn, nigga.
Hey man,
that shit. Wow.
I mean,
I'm gonna say this though. Why the fuck here's the problem. If somebody like Terry Crews is under the impression that he could possibly be blackballed from Hollywood, and a lot of these other Hollywood people are feeling the same way, the ones who aren't Terry Crews, who ain't spoke up about shit, who ain't said shit. Well, let's talk about this for a second, right? Now, we talk about this whole cancel culture, how they canceling whoever. I saw a lot of B. Simone shit today and all of that. But there's another cancel culture. There's a blackballment from Hollywood. And these ain't black people that are deciding that black people need to be blackballed. And we need to talk about that. No Hollywood person should feel like they should lose their job for speaking up for their race. And the reason why they feel that way is because they think that at the end of the day, when it comes time for me to not get my fucking check, my race is not going to stand up for me.
Hey man, and you know what? When Gabrielle Union put out,
hold on. What you mean by that? But what you mean by that?
I mean,
Very simple, bro. Nigga, nigga, who the fuck you think blackball? That wasn't Lee Daniels and them. That was blackballing Monique. Nigga, like Netflix is not owned by nobody black. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we sat there and we let motherfuckers get lynched in front of us, even though it's not what you would think. Like, dog, like, let's talk about what a coon is. Like, yeah, granted, these motherfuckers, they're annoying. It was the other young lady. It was Trina. It was another one. It's like, we'll get to them, but it's like, fam, who is protecting those that are protecting the race? Now, last week, we put a lot of onus on the white community, rightfully so. But let's talk about it, though.
Owning it, and you know what?
Those that are protecting us. Who is protecting the people that's speaking up?
God.
Jesus.
That's who they waiting on. That's who they waiting on,
The
man.
Holy Spirit.
God. Let me tell you something, man. That religion, when it's not done the right way, is going to pacify you. It's not here to pacify you. If anything that you serve is causing you not to move and wait on God, that's not the right thing. You got to get up and move, man.
Man, faith without works is dead, man. And you can take that. We're not here anti-religion. What we saying simply is at a certain point, you got to put some action behind your word. Anything, if you look at any of the scriptural doctrines that's out there, you read the Torah, you read the Quran, you read the Bible, all of them are stories that lead you to action, like Kraig is saying. They lead you to go out and say, I got to take this and go to the next level on my own action, bro. And like the action that needs to be stood for, sometimes you got to stand against a giant. You know, you got the story of David and Goliath. It's a boy who stood against a giant with a rock, knocked this bitch ass out. And not only that, people think that because you Christian or you religious that you're a weak ass person. Do you not know what David did after he killed Goliath? That nigga went and found Goliath's brother. Goliath was a twin. He went and cut Goliath's head off. He cut Goliath's brother head off. He put it on a rope and tied it behind his horse and drug that shit behind it and rode through town. That's some gangster ass shit, bro. It's weak as hell. But for Terry Crews, you got a person like Gabrielle Union. Now, I may not agree with everything that Gabrielle Union does, but she's a black woman making her way in Hollywood trying to do her shit. She said, hey, bro, it's racial injustice. It's all type of shit is happening on this AGT set. Let's look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon was there first before he said, hey, man, y'all know what it is. I got to get the hell out of here because that's against my code. When Nick left, Gabrielle came in. They kept finding another token black person to bring in to pacify that. And then when Terry Crews came in after Gabrielle Union said that and he didn't support that, and then it's one thing to not agree with somebody. It's another thing to go out on a public platform and speak against that person when you weren't there to see the things that was happening. So now what? You want us to, you the same person that was crying about another nigga playing with your dick and that nigga white boy. I'm like, come on, fam.
Bro, Terry is a coon. I'm not.
Oh, he's
I'm not saying him, but what I'm saying is like, bro, but what I'm saying is like, there is a trend where people are trying to find these Hollywood people and making them speak up when they don't necessarily want to or know how. And it's like the reason why that they're being forced into doing it is because somehow it's like you in this position that we didn't help you really get to, and now we want you to, it's like, fam, don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that.
Hey, but I'm on y'all.
Motherfuckers out here, look, nigga, we got to talk about the 360 of it. Motherfuckers is out here putting everything on the line, and nigga, we could move the line, but nobody talking about that though. Nobody talking about how we can stop niggas from getting blackballed from speaking their motherfucking mind. When the movement is over, it's gonna be a lot of jobs lost anyway.
It's two ways that can happen.
Hold on, Kraig. Hold on. Go ahead, Kraig.
I say we gotta stop allowing them to pick who we listen to, man. I don't never see Bon Jovi getting up and speaking on issues that have to do with middle America and white folks. You don't never see Stone Cold Steve Austin being asked how he feel about some shit that's fucking with middle class white folks. But with us, they go pick anybody. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta stop
obligations too, Kraig. They pick people that they know they can get a contrived answer from. Specifically, they know Terry Crews got to give a certain answer, or it's gonna put him in a contractual situation where he's speaking against the network, he's speaking against his employers, he's speaking against his job. That's like going to the grocery store and asking a dude behind the register, "What you think about the night shift manager?" Right. You ain't finna say shit on the fucking news, or you on a job. So they play it with.
That's also like that goddamn civil rights suit you got on. Fire your ass up.
Go!
Reverend Jimmy Jackson suit having ass.
You goddamn shoulder pads you got in that bitch.
Get your goddamn shit. Get down, King. suit wearing ass. Hey, I'm gonna roast your ass, what?
If you don't get your Jesse, why Jesse Jackson keep doing everything I do? Why can't he be his own man looking ass?
Right,
Well, you must know. I just came from George Floyd's funeral today. I'm here in Houston, man. And man, it was a beautiful
brother.
Nigga, say it right. You was an usher and you did valet at that bitch.
I was the head deaconess in charge.
Hey, CP, I ain't forgot about your ass. If you don't get your goddamn Hulk Hogan haircut, have an ass. What do you say, brother? Haircut, have an ass. If you don't get your leg drop, haircut, have an ass.
Hey, if you don't get your big commercial break tooth having ass, we'll be right back after this space with another tooth. After these messages from the tongue. If you don't get your big excellent view of the throat having ass the fuck out of here. Nigga, please, you got a beautiful front window. Nigga, you don't get your big escape. You don't get your big fire escape tooth having that.
I hope it comes for you.
Hey,
Brandon, if you don't get your when I died turn my fang into a spear mouth ass the fuck out of here.
Hey, if you don't get your goddamn Professor Ogilvy polo shirt wearing ass out of here, you don't get your goddamn. Come on, y'all ass, man.
you on a bullshit background. Let's see it. Move your
Hey,
ass.
man, shout out to KTV Studios.
Hey,
Shout out to KTV Studios.
Hey, they finally got them a sucker to post their shit. They're like, nigga, yeah, he'll do it. He'll do it. Hey, the logo not even done yet. Nigga, that logo not even done. Nigga, they got a rough draft up.
Man, that logo is god awful. And I love them niggas in Indianapolis, but goddamn, nobody designed them a better logo.
All right, I had to fire y'all niggas up.
Hey, you know what happened with Terry Crews is as soon as they seen John Henry, they know he needed the money. They're like, this nigga will say anything. So
Did he find that picture of fucking Ludacris, dog?
Oh man.
Man, that movie was trash. It was
trash,
bro.
Hey, I saw some movie with Ludacris on Netflix the other day, bro. Oh, it was John Henry. It was John Henry with the bullshit on his face, right? Oh, god damn. And Terry Crews is John Henry because I ain't watch it. I just skimmed over. Terry, of course, he's John Henry.
I seen videos on YouTube of bums sleeping that's more entertaining than John Henry, nigga. That is the worst movie. That's the Homeboys in Outer Space of
John Henry
films. Go ahead.
I'd rather watch deaf people fuck than listen to John.
Oh, Lord. Hey, that's right up, Kraig.
All of us.
That was a good one, bro.
God damn.
Hey, man. Hey, and you know who else? You mentioned her name earlier. We talked to her today, early this morning on the Morning Hustle show. We talked to Jess Hilarious. And she came on the show. Oh, shit. Look at Ludacris. Look at that shit.
Shit in his face.
Yeah, that's Luda.
Look at all of that.
And I love Luda too, man.
That boy with that extra skin he got on his face. That's dope boy.
We gotta ask T.I. to tell Luda to call in. I'm such a big fan. I just want to know why, man.
Luda.
You one of the most talented niggas.
Good check though.
They had to.
Hey, I take $300,000 for a bullshit movie.
Yeah, you'll take whatever for that bullshit background.
Hey man, shout out to KTP Studios, man. Big boy out of Indianapolis, Indiana, man. Shout out to the founder. Shout out to the CEO. Kilo. All right.
Explain it. Explain the logo again.
Okay. So right here, and that's the city right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the city. That's downtown Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? Right
but
here.
That's also the T. That's also the T.
Yeah. And that's the trap house right there. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's where the bricks come in. You know what I'm saying?
Because trap start with T.
Yeah. That's where they record at right there, the studio.
Where's the corner where you lost your back tooth in the dice game? I want to see that corner. Where is that at?
That's funny.
Show us where you got that bullshit t-shirt from too.
Hey, you don't get your goddamn, I just got a
below.
Rolly with a dabber ranch.
That nigga saying the whole shit in bombs. All right, cool. So
I just need the money so I'll be able to chew a steak again, ass nigga. Hey.
Hey, this nigga goes to the doctor. They be like, well, the problem is there's 2% of a whole steak in your stomach. Are you not chewing it? That's 2%. That's 2%. I don't know how you're getting not 2% down. All right, go ahead.
You shut your goddamn Randy. This is the last time you get over me, boy.
That nigga Brandon take a NutriBullet to the restaurant with him so he can blend his food and drink it.
That nigga also took a regular bullet to the side too.
That nigga hired a paid chewer. When he go to a restaurant, he got a bitch to chew all his food for him.
Hey, Kraig, if you don't get your pro-black ass out of here, you got a poster of Carmen a lecturer in your shower. I don't know.
No, fuck that. B. Lewis, your dealers is an assassin. That nigga said, sit down, I'm gonna shoot that tooth out. Sit down, it still hurt.
If you don't get your I can't wait. Brandon, if you don't get your I can't wait for Spalding to drop a suit jacket looking ass the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here,
hey, if you don't get your I just came to Starbucks to use the free Wi-Fi shirt wearing ass.
Hey.
Fuck you, nigga.
I nigga said, coming to you live from the Sprint store. Yeah, this is
Hey, what was you saying about Jess, Billy? What would you say?
Get Jess Hilarious in there, man. Let's get Jess Hilarious up here. So, look, here's the thing. That's the most pretty picture we've seen in Jess Hilarious.
I was about to say, she be looking all right in some of them pictures, and then she look like a mama and a daddy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she look like, she got that. Like, there they go. They did that. They did that.
She got that 8-ounce soda face, regular than a motherfucker.
You go call and get on your ass. Hey, look, me go the thing though. She made a point.
Bring her here and let her roast, dog. Go ahead. What you say?
She funny.
Baltimore. She don't give a fuck. Here's the thing that I admire about her. I admire the fact that although in some instances she's outnumbered with the people that she's going against, she definitely holds true to her position about speaking her mind. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it's at the consequence of, hey, I didn't know the difference between an Islamic person or a Sikh Indian, or I didn't know how to differentiate, or I made a culturally inappropriate joke. And sometimes it's just like, you know, just not knowing the Hollywood shuffle. Like, you know, just because somebody call you a tranny, you can't go on trans people. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be received the same way. You know, and I think that's some bullshit. But, you know, you gotta understand the war you playing against. When you play the race, culture, or sexuality game and going back and forth with people, you got to know where your lines are and what you can't do. You ain't gay.
What did she say exactly?
Well, you got the first thing was when she was on the plane, there was 2 Sikh Indian guys that got on the plane, and she thought they were Islamic terrorists or just terrorists, Muslim terrorists, and she made reference to like they gonna blow the towers up and whatever. And so the guys ended up getting off the plane and not being on there. So she was like, yeah, I had called to tell them to get off. Well, in joking fashion, she never had them put out the plane, but people responded. Then the Sikh Indian people came in and they started making the reference like, yo, you don't know the difference. And then
but this one, Billy, but hold on, but this one where she went on a rant about the
okay, so I'm explaining it to you. She went on a rant. She went on a rant to try and say how they were just trying to cancel people and how they attempted to cancel her numerous times. She, in her comments, transgender woman made a comment about her saying she looked like a tranny. And then she said, I'm not a tranny, and then called to do a F-bomb and called him an FA word. And so then they used that as that she was homophobic. And she was like, well, if you call me a tranny, I should be able to use it back on you. But that's just not the way it works. And so what she went on to say was, when they were canceling all these people, she was like, look, y'all help me build my platform, and then you get mad at me for having my opinions. Now, I'm not agreeing with what all her opinions are. Those are her opinions. However, the way she articulated it in that, it didn't translate specifically to the people that were watching it, and then she got a lot of backlash. And,
hey, Billy, put your shoulders down.
Put your shoulders down. Hey, and get a glass of water.
That nigga got shoulder pads.
You say you like,
take the shit.
Really, everything you say just look like a lie. You like, and then shit. From what I heard,
really, if you don't get your goddamn, how many?
I heard she was like,
suit wearing ass.
I had to get off the plane, so I'm like,
how many in your party? Like this way, suit wearing ass.
So you don't know shit. Shut your ass up. And then, in other news, that's hilarious, nigga. Next topic, motherfucker. Let's go.
Billy.
Switch topics.
Billy looked like a ranked tap dancer.
Hey, on some real shit though, Jess Hilarious, she thrives off of the attention. In my opinion, I think that she gonna easily melt right into her shit. Remember, I think that was her that had that picture butt naked with her son.
Yeah, that's how she got popping. That's how she got it popping.
That's
how she got popping.
That's what I ain't gonna lie. I didn't see her do some very 50 Cent-esque shit to people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I respect it.
And got away with it. But she reaching though, because everybody that we canceling are cancelable. Like, nigga, like, where has the black community went wrong at canceling somebody?
Man, dog. How many white celebrities do white people cancel?
Shit, they cancel a lot. They cancel a lot.
We the only culture that let other people outside of our culture cancel us.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nigga,
that's some bullshit.
It's like here's the problem. This gets to the shit that you want to talk about, which I was thinking that was like a way we shouldn't go. But fuck it. We'll talk about it. Billy Porter.
God and God.
You got to say God before you say anything profound, Billy. You got to. God said,
Billy, and you need to relax, nigga. God damn, you look tense.
He tense.
Yeah.
Hey, tense because he got a too small ass suit
You got
on.
that fucking Tony Braxton ass suit on. You got that motherfucking la da dee, la da da, la da dee, la da da.
Super breast, double breast.
Hey, hit it, Deacon. Suit wearing ass.
You don't get your, how much time you about to give my...
You don't get that motherfucking, oh, Brother Malcolm, the car's right outside, brother.
Hey, CP, if you don't shut your goddamn, you need a haircut first, barber taking ass looking.
Hey, Billy, if you don't get y'all, Billy, if you don't get your, did y'all run that by Elijah Muhammad dressed ass the fuck about here?
Hey, Brother Lewis, if you don't get your, hey, B. Lewis, if you don't get your big, y'all ain't got no two smalls. Y'all ain't got no two smalls. Everything fit? All right, never mind. I'll be back.
Hey, hold on. Shout out to KTP Studios, man. Once again.
He whoring. Now stop whoring, nigga.
All right.
Fuck that background.
Yeah, nigga, you go.
Hey, fuck that weak ass. Hey, you got into a wrestling fight before you put that polo shirt on. You don't get your goddamn, get his ass over here.
Yeah.
Wearing ass. All right.
Hey,
That polo shirt did come with a pair of sandals, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit,
He got that. Hey, he got that shirt. He got that shirt from the nigga you hate store.
Billy,
That nigga put that bitch on.
Nigga, you hate our us. Nigga, you can't stand our us.
look like he been putting dogs to sleep all day. We don't have to.
That nigga collar on NyQuil. Wake that motherfucker.
hey.
You gotta
Billy,
Let's call him.
Billy look like he thinking, I can't believe this nigga Nat King Cole stole all my shit, man. He stole my likeness, my imagery, all that. Like
Hey, boy, you
fuck Nat King Cole.
dressed like he.
I was the first nigga scatting. Since the nigga never said that, I was the first nigga scatting. Then I fuck around got sick one night. Next thing you know, everybody had to say Miles Davis. I was the first nigga scatting.
If you don't get your Billy, if you don't get your Nicky Barnes ain't the nigga he say he is, looking at us the fuck out of here.
How much time you got? I'll tell you some real shit.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, we are in here cooking.
Yeah. That nigga Billy look like
Billy dressed like an uncomfortable mannequin.
Billy look like he used to be in a Barry White's Inner Circle, nigga. Bill, if you don't stop. Yeah, nigga. Hey, fuck you, Billy. Move along.
Moving right along.
Moving right along.
All right.
All right, what's the next thing?
Mark Wahlberg. We got Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunches, the funk band, some shit. Mark Wahlberg, man.
Right, Marky Mark.
Yeah. So apparently, you know, Mark sent out a good little a tweet earlier addressing all of the injustice that's been going on, and he decided that it was unjust and how dare these people, et cetera, et cetera. But you know how Twitter culture and internet culture is. They don't let you get away with shit ever. So these motherfuckers decided that they was gonna dig in this nigga's past and find out that his Wikipedia page has a whole section for hate crimes. He used to chase niggas down, looking like this right here. He used to chase niggas down, looking like Rodamans from Juice, and fucking Rivertown.
What are you doing over here? You're done, nigga. You're done. That's what he was saying. That shit.
You're fucking dead, nigga.
You're done in Southie, nigga. Yeah,
that was their shit. So, but basically, they saying, Marky Mark, shut your racist ass up. We ain't forgot. Even though you got a water with Diddy, and you know what I'm saying, you
hey, but let me talk about the environment that bred Marky Mark. Marky Mark is from Massachusetts, right?
Boston.
And what a lot of people don't know about Massachusetts, Massachusetts is the most racist state in this country, bro. He's from Southie. You know what I'm saying? And they've been doing it that way since 1609, nigga. They do not fuck with black people where he grew up at. So it's not a pass, but you got to expect that from him. You know what I'm saying? You got to.
Hey, check this out. I'm going to give you an example of why I don't give a fuck about what you just said. All right, so let's say we go to like an indigenous, an indigenous island, right? And we got our kids and shit.
And the
people
like yours.
Hey, that's funny. So look, that's funny. So look, Kraig is me, B-Lou, Billy is our Secret Service, and what we do is, nigga, we go
back up.
right. We got a haircut coming through. All right, so look. This nigga got a haircut. Right. So look. We get over there to the indigenous people, and one of them motherfuckers whip his dick out and piss on our daughter. Now, we like, what the fuck? Like, hey, whoa. These niggas ain't never seen daughters over here.
Right.
These motherfuckers, they do not fuck with. It's like, nigga, a human is a human, bro. Right. You decide what the fuck you do to another person, bro. If you grow up in a racist place, it's up to you to stop it, especially if you, bruh, this nigga.
Let me ask you a question, 2 questions, because I know you can answer it. So what you're saying first is there's no excuse for racism, and then you're also saying that ignorance is bliss is not really an acceptable excuse.
Ignorance is bliss is not acceptable when, put it like this, Craig, if you have nuts, like another nigga got nuts, then you know what it feel like to get kicked in the nuts. That mean that I didn't know what I was doing don't count man to man. Like, right. Nigga, you have a body, so you know what pain for. Nigga, he's throwing rocks at niggas, calling nigga, like, nigga, why? Who told this nigga? Bro,
it was wild.
Well, what do they say about us? What do they say about us when we get arrested for some shit we didn't know about? Ignorance of the law is no excuse. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that apply. I don't give a fuck how much power Marky Mark got. You know what I'm saying? You got to answer for that shit. Don't have your publicists talk about it, nigga.
You be switching up in the middle and be on my side, and I be fucking lost. I be like, wait a minute. Yeah.
No, I wasn't against.
You're right. Yeah. That part. For sure. Let's get it. All right. Cool.
No, I just want, because a lot of times I understand exactly what you're saying, and when you talk on a certain level, sometimes you develop a why in the listener's mind, and I know you know what you're saying, so I just wanted you to answer the why. That's all.
Yeah. Oh no doubt. It's very simple, bro. I think that as we acknowledge self, we have to acknowledge others. That's just like one of those things where me knowing that I'm a human, I have to base that on the fact that I see other humans doing similar behavior. And that's how in my subconscious mind, I know that I'm one of them. Therefore, if you acknowledge another being, bro, then to inflict pain or nigga, like hate crimes on another human, bro, you got to be prepared to, nigga, you could die behind that. And that's some very strong shit to do and say, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, White. Stay right there. So would you be inferring that because Marky Mark has a past, or Mark Wahlberg has a past of inflicting these type of hate crimes on people, that he would have to be a sociopath to not understand and have human empathy for those people he's doing that to?
Indeed.
He did back too. He did it. But 86 and 88.
That's the real thing, though. It's like you're saying.
Here's the thing, Billy. Okay, let me attack it from another angle, because I think that people are saying that I feel as though white people are not empathetic and white people are not Neanderthals, or white people are. No,
I'm just saying Marky Mark.
Listen, right? But let me break it down to you like this. I'm just talking about white people in general at this point, right? Marky Mark, he's wrapped up in that, right? If he feels like he's superior to black people, then he gets wrapped up into the white racist people. All right, these motherfuckers will drive, fly, however the fuck they can get down to Florida or the Gulf of Mexico when we have oil spills, and they will gather and collect ducks, and they will use Palmolive soap that they get from the Palmolive like fucking FEMA shit that they send to the ducks, and they fucking scrub ducks and seagulls, and they do that shit ever so gently, and they release them motherfuckers back into the wild, and the seagulls can't say no or thank you or no, none of that shit. They do it because they know, and then they make commercials about it because it's like, oh, it's such a big ass deal. Meanwhile, that's a fucking shit in the face to these motherfuckers know how to catch the most poisonous snake in the world. You ever watched the fucking documentary and the most poisonous snake in the world? The nigga got it in his hand by the neck. Like, yeah, this is very simple. The most poisonous snake around, like, nigga, why you got it?
Right.
Why you got it, nigga? Meanwhile, a nigga can't even get arrested good. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, I don't let anybody off the hook with that. This is what my grandfather said. Cause nigga, my grandfather told me a whole lot of shit. Man, he rest in peace.
So what you think the punishment should be? So what you think?
The punishment? It's over. But what I'm saying is like, this is news. No, nigga, that's what happened. Don't let people forget. See, like, we got too many motherfuckers trying to sneak into the movement, and they not who the fuck they say they are. So if you are who you say you are, answer to what you did. Don't try to hide it. Answer to what the fuck you did.
He went to jail.
He should be more appreciative, man. Because
the second time he went to jail, he did like 45 days.
You know, he should be more appreciative. Him and a few other white artists have used our culture, to establish their careers. And then once they've got established, they went on and left this.
Well, name them. Who is it? Name them. Name drop them.
This is a specific situation. Let's take Mark Wahlberg for
Justin Bieber.
He's the younger brother of Johnny Wahlberg, who was a part of New Kids on the Block. New Kids on the Block, Boston. Who else came from Boston? New Edition. New Kids on the Block, New Edition. It's a warmed over, whitewashed version of New Edition. Them doing classic hip hop songs with pop steps. Classic R&B songs with pop steps to it, with well-groomed, approachable young men in the forefront. It was 5. So they basically took that whole New Edition move and did it with New Kids on the Block. He's the younger brother that he was supposed to be the bad boy of this because he had these charges. But like Kraig said, he was bred into the culture of Boston, which perpetuated a lot of hate. You ask the person from Boston in Beantown, I've been there. There's the projects, and then there's them having an inner war with what's going on a racist level. And, he made it into Hollywood. He wasn't an A-list Hollywood actor, but he became because he had a following, because he was on that cusp, because he rapped, and black people and some black girls like, oh, he cute for a white boy, and he wasn't soft like Vanilla Ice, and he rolled that middle lane until he got a couple roles and stayed in shape. Let's get to what it was. He wasn't a breakout actor. Al Pacino. He wasn't somebody, Robert De Niro. He wasn't a scene stealing person, but he was a person that if he took his shirt off, women liked it, and it was like, oh, he can rap and the motherfucker can dance a little bit. And black people think he's okay.
Hey, but what the fuck, nigga? What would make you go from get that nigga, get him with a rock, throwing it at a bus full of fucking kids on a field trip, to wanting to be a rapper though? Other than the ability to manipulate the black community, because all we want is motherfuckers to love us. We don't even care about the respect. Get the love.
He manipulated the industry, which could not tell the difference. And that's what you got to speak to. The industry views black people as fucking dangerous, aggressive, and unhumane ass people. They look at us as a subculture of people who do not have any real human feelings or empathy. So they look at his violence and they perceive that, oh, shit, you white, but you got that level of dangerousness that I think that black people are. When in case you do not have anything in common with the level of human condition that we share. So that's a different thing. And that's what the issue was with the industry in the early 90s that brought him into this. That's the problem. They were conditioned to believe that black people are dangerous. Black people in hip hop and rap are scary. I need a white boy that can match up with that. And that's what gave birth to Mark Wahlberg.
But guess what, though?
Look at the movie he plays in.
Hold on. What you was about to say? What was you about to say, Kraig?
Man, this is really like a multi-layered thing we're talking about. So, there's this thing called taxonomy, right? Taxonomy is when they classify humans based on characteristics that they have, you know what I mean? And because we didn't define ourselves, people from outside of our culture think they can label what the characteristics of somebody being black is, and they just emulate the label that we were given. If we would define ourselves, then it would be easier to separate those who are imitating what we've created from us. You know what I'm saying? But we keep accepting an outside label of us, an outside definition of us. So Marky Mark is just doing what a white person who is around a culture that hasn't really locked in its its financial grasp on that culture. We sold ourselves out. When we start signing record deals and going to big major labels for shit, that's not a problem, but we sold out. We basically signed over what's that called? The when you sign over to somebody and they can speak for you. We gave motherfuckers power of attorney over our culture.
Yeah.
We don't even speak for ourselves no more.
But see what it is, though. I talked about it last week with the defamation of character that we have. And also you have to understand like this. That shit is a program. People wake up every day and they run a program. When we talk about not being woke, let's break down what that means. Not being woke means that you are walking through life unconsciously and basically unconscious running a program, right? And so you got niggas, and I only like saying that, but niggas know what the fuck I'm talking about. You got niggas in the hood that's running a program that they've been taught based on a lot of different things, right? To perpetuate the system that's already set up to catch that program. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like, they would like to make it seem like it's cat and mouse, cops and robbers, but it's not that. It's not that. Like you have a white town with a very, very small black community, but the arrest percentage for that town is highly, highly African-American, because the whole system is set up to show you that a criminal, put it like this, why don't they racially profile white kids, emu kids with the long trench coats that have done the fucking mass shootings and all of that? Why don't they profile people based on crime rate? Or,
Right.
you know, why don't they profile people based on, you know, how I say some shit in my phone. I say I want to learn how to golf. And the next thing you know, on Instagram, I got golf balls. So you don't hear motherfuckers around their phone talk about building bombs and shooting up concerts and shit like that. And none of that is like, it's like they're not even looking their way because everybody is running the program. And the program is that everything about us is criminal, which is the defamation of character, because that affects our ability to really integrate ourselves into real society like that. It don't even matter. Segregation ain't real if when I come around, everybody got to clutch their purse or look at me crazy or feel like now there goes the fucking neighborhood. That's not. That's not.
There was a book. There was a book written a few hundred years ago that the forefathers of this country. This was something that was very influential, right? It was a book. It's called the Oliver Goldsmith's History of Earth and Animation of Nature, right? And in this book is where they separate the breeds of humans that they consider to be in America, right? So if you look at the European description, if you look at this book, the European description is sanguine, brawny, and inventive, right? But if you look at our description, African, it's crafty, negligent, and absorbent. So just look at how they described us in the beginning of this country, how they viewed us. They viewed us as being crafty, and they viewed us as being negligent, bro. And this thing has not changed.
You know what? How about we speak to those three traits real quick? You said crafty? Crafty sounds like people that were brought here against their will that had to figure out how to make their own way. Negligent sounds like people who didn't want to be here, so why would they have a vested interest in a place that's neglecting them? And then what was the last one?
And indulgent.
Indulgent sounds like people that's been oppressed for a long ass time. Why wouldn't they want to take a moment to enjoy their fucking self?
Look how they described Asians. Look what they described Asians as: melancholy and greedy. So they were describing us like breeds of dogs. You know, when you see breeds of dogs and they're like, a bloodhound has good smell. Right. You know what I'm saying? A husky is resilient and has and is independent. That's how they viewed us, bruh. They viewed us like breeds of animals. They objectified us by making us less than human. And we allowed them to continue to do that. Now, it's not the everyday working class person that's, you know, kind of doing it to us. They don't have the awareness, even though some ignorant shit comes out of their mouths and they do some fucked up shit. But it's the system that they pledge allegiance to, bro. It's a system that don't give a fuck about nobody except the rich.
Billy.
Yeah.
With your baby boss suit wearing ass. With your goddamn
baby boss. That's hilarious. Hey, fucking hilarious. Nigga, do look like baby boss.
I like the fact that
see me touching the sound of that bullshit ass babe. Why that's a bullshit ass babe? Boy, I know you can't wait to that.
Let me see that motherfucker.
If you don't get your goddamn Wayne's World party on all the time.
Excellent. Body. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that watch cold as a motherfucker though, man.
Hey, I just
that watch cold as a motherfucker, man. That's a presidential.
I gotta see it up close.
Presidential?
Oh yeah,
that motherfucker cold.
He got that on his 1 year anniversary to his nigga.
That shit cold.
I look forward to doing this shit with y'all every week, bro. The fact that we sit here and we able to laugh for a minute, we able to, you know, talk about things that maybe we don't get a chance to have at forefront and talk about, bro, and talk shit and roast and do this shit is dope as fuck, bro. And I think these platforms are necessary, man. People got to be able to have a moment to just say, all right, let me interpret everything that's coming at us. Let's learn some shit. Let's get involved. I'm challenging y'all. I'm gonna say this. August 28th. And we coming up on a very special anniversary of the March on Washington. I'm going. Whoever want to go, I got y'all. Let's go down there and do it. It's a special occasion. They're doing the March on Washington. I think it's the 60th anniversary of it actually happening. And they talked about it at George Floyd's memorial, but it's like, bro, it's something that in our generation that our kids after us going to look back and say, hey, we got to be a part of it. And I think the way that we can acknowledge, I feel like we got to be in the streets and we got to be touchable to the people so that they can understand and see us out there and we do that shit, bro. And that just for the enlightenment phase, bro. Al Sharpton went off the fucking day, dog. He went the fuck off, bro. He went off. Jamie Foxx was there. Channing Tatum, white ass, was there, which was surprising to me.
Who?
And Channing Tatum, the actor. Channing Tatum.
Okay, yeah.
He was there. Tank there. Neo performed. He started crying and shit in the middle of the funeral and shit. But
my ass hurt. He was saying my ass hurt while he was crying.
Fuck.
If you don't get your goddamn, I'm on your ass. If you don't get your goddamn Pulp Fiction suit wearing ass, Samuel L. Jackson suit wearing ass. If you don't get your goddamn, kill one of these motherfuckers dead suit wearing ass. Hey,
you look like a failed skater right now, B. Lewis.
Like a what? Like a what?
A failed skater. Like that nigga be on a skateboard. Keep push face having ass out of here. Fuck out here. Get your goddamn homeless beard having ass. You bunk out with Boo Capone.
Hey, if you don't get your goddamn, slow down on them corners when I'm drinking this yak. Pinky suit wearing ass. Hey, if you don't get your next Friday suit wearing ass. Hey, see, if you say something, I'll get on your ass with your goddamn low left 3-guard haircut having ass.
Nigga, take your hat off, B-Lou. First of all, take your hat off. First of all, second of all, how many nipples have you cut off in that little dangerous? You ever went to suck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, whatever. Your shit like a fucking like your tooth look like a nipple window seat, nigga. Like I'm gonna sit right here in that little window seat.
You got your fade. You put a button on. No, fuck your face.
Hey, yeah, niggas, come on, talk about it.
Hey man,
nigga Billy look like he going into the party bus business.
Two things. On some real shit. I bought some clippers on Amazon and tried to cut my own shit.
Oh, you did. Now you want to.
So look, my barber coming to fix it, but I was like, I tried to cut my own shit
off. Cut him off with his head.
And so
I mean, it's solid. It's solid. It's solid.
Man, fuck that. Because he was talking shit. No, nigga, I don't want to hear it. Hey man, look.
Hey, that motherfucker solid, bro. It's solid, bro.
You got to take the top down, son.
You got that hoe. You got that hoe back here, though.
Hey, CP.
It's like a fro hoe. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to wear it like this for like about 2 weeks. I mean, you know,
I'm gonna get you, brother. I'm gonna.
That nigga relocated his sideburns. They behind his ears now. He got behind burns.
That's crazy. Hey, hey, this nigga Kraig look like hey Billy. This nigga Kraig look like Shane gay little brother.
Oh fuck you, nigga.
You know Shane, right? Yeah, you know I do. Me, Shane, my little brother Kraig.
That's funny to the motherfuckers, nigga.
People are like, who is Shane?
CP got a wig on, y'all. That's ain't no wig, man. Ain't no wig, my nigga.
Nigga said the people are like, who is Shane?
Hey, Billy, your suit came with a German Shepherd.
Hey, pull up a picture of Shane, bro, so y'all can see how much he look like.
That nigga ain't got no sleeves on none of his shirts. I ain't never seen Shane with sleeves on, nigga.
No, Shane got a bunch of chains though. Shane look like he do magic.
He's on his thumbs.
Yeah, that nigga ain't got no muscles, but he always showing off his arms. Shout out to Shane.
Y'all don't know, man. He's a legend, man. Y'all know Shane. He's OG, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, bro. I fucking so anyway, my barber gotta come fix my shit, bro. I ain't want to say shit, but yeah, nigga. So that's that. Second of all, nigga, I saw a proposal. I don't know how true this is. I saw a proposal to give every black person reparations. $375,000 one-time payment. I'm like, shit, nigga. That sound like we overcame. That sound like we overcame. That's what the fucking sound like, nigga. We get that. Nigga, I can overcome with that. I can overcome with that.
They talked about that today again. Senator Al Green talked about that. Sheila Jackson Lee talked about that. They said that there's got to be some type of reciprocation for what went on. Joe Biden addressed that a little bit in his speech that he gave at.
Whoever give us that can sit in the fucking White House. That's what the fuck.
Hey, stolen labor.
So
we have labor law.
Is the black verse? Is black people not? Is the black people never been compensated? Compensation over? And do we have an excuse to be feeling like this society is against us?
Everybody go to my Instagram and see what I grilled today.
We need a bailout. Black people need a bailout. And at the end of the day,
go ahead.
Said black people, we need a bailout. And at the end of the day, slavery.
CP got out. Fuck that.
I can't hear you. What you say?
Go ahead, Kraig.
At the end of the day, slavery is a short way of saying stolen labor. You know what I'm saying? You stole labor. Yeah. Now it's not tangible, so motherfuckers don't feel that. No. You know what I'm saying?
It's tangible, bro. It's tangible. Look at. Let's do like we could run like a matrix, right? Of like how much cotton costs, how much of a export cotton was to the world at that time for that particular kind of cotton. Like, nigga, yeah, we made a lot of money for a lot of motherfuckers, bro. 375, and I mean, everybody in my family get it too. Nigga, please.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, how's it going, George? Good.
Yeah.
Carry on.
And labor is a
I'm not saying
commodity.
up for sale, but I'm saying, like, nigga, I tell you who else got that, and they be shutting the fuck up, is Indians and shit like that. They be like, yeah, they get their little check. They be like,
Hey, man, they gave our Jewish brothers and sisters reparation for the Holocaust in America, and we didn't even do it.
Damn, for real?
So, well, you know what I'm saying? So let's just be fair.
Right.
It ain't about, it's all about
shit.
fairness. That's all it's about. Justice is fairness. You know what I'm saying? And they like, what this country treats us like is, this country is like the friend that owes you money, that don't want to pay you. They avoid you, right? But they still come around you. You can avoid a motherfucker and be around them. You know how you do it? You invite other motherfuckers in so you don't have to talk about the issue you got with that one nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's what multiculturalism is. It's a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? And our other brothers and sisters have to realize that if they pay us what they owe us, you know what I'm saying? That's good for you, but they do owe us.
Here go the question though: is 375? Is that lowballing? Because I feel like niggas,
That's lowballing.
It's lowball.
I'll never take the first offer.
I want the 40 acres and a mule. That's what I want. That's more valuable. Fuck the mule though. Give me like a Civic or some shit. But I want the 40 acres though, nigga. That's what I want.
You want 40 of them bitches, huh? That's a lot of grass.
Yeah, give us the money.
That. Give me my money. I'm gone.
Billy want 40 suits. Billy want 40 suits in a mule. Hey, if you don't get your, Billy, I'm still on your ass. If you don't get your goddamn, is the coast clear? Security suit right there.
Billy said, nah, fuck the 40 acres. Just give me 100 pairs of tap dance shoes and I'll be fine. I earn my way to the top.
That nigga want 40 suits and some drawers. All I need is 40. I want my 40 suits and some drawers.
Give me 100 pair of tap dance shoes and 9 Sammy Davis Jr. records. And I'll be all right. I'll be fine.
And I will be out of your hair, Jack. You didn't have to worry about me, Jack.
All right, man, before we get out of here, man, let's go ahead and give a shout out to these sponsors, man. Starting with C. Pizzle. What you got for us, dog?
I got to change my background for mine, so come back to me, brother. Please.
All right, man. Billy, what you got for us, man?
No sponsors today, but shout out to the Did You Miss Me podcast. We got new episodes every Tuesday. Now we found boom.com. Hey, Tuesday is today. A new episode will be dropping today to check that out. Best storytelling podcast in the world. Delay, damn fool. 3 black men telling you funny fucking stories. You can listen to it. Or you can listen to one of my comedy albums. We got 5 of them out. The most recent one, 30 Minutes to Blow. Make sure you check that shit out. Self-sponsor. Behind me, the Black Panthers. This is the lineup right here, dog. Hey, man, shout out to them. Bruh. And I mean, shit, it's been a fun fucking day. CP, let me see the side of that hair again. Just turn to the side.
It'll be fixed. Don't worry about it.
Thank God. Kraig Smith, what you got for us, man?
What's up? Yeah, what's up, y'all? I want to give out a shout out to my sponsor, Blue Chew. Look, if you want to make your girl happy and make the impossible possible, pop a Blue Chew, man. It'll tell you exactly what to do. Use my promo code Kraig, Kraig, on bluechew.com and go ahead and purchase it and make your day, man. Peace and love.
Pilser, what you got for us, man?
All right, hold on. Is my shit? Can y'all see it now? It should be to the front. Cool. Yeah, I gotta first of all, fuck everybody rusting my haircut, but I appreciate y'all. A nigga tried to cut his own shit. The fade was cold. I just went too far. My shit looked like a beach. Nah, it looked like the waves, like the sand coming in, whatever. Anyway, a nigga can do that, bro. A nigga got a plethora of hair that I can grow. Anyway, the mini PC has 6 days left. We got I think 400 and something entries, but it's 9 ways that you can answer to win the PC. As soon as I'm done giving mine away, the whole crew giving theirs away. So the party don't stop. If you want to just go to the website and purchase one, you can see my code right there. CP sent me. Get down there and get you one of these mini PCs, man.
Hey, your mic going out, CP. Talking to the mic.
Oh, my bad. You're right. I had to move the mic. My dumb ass. Here, let me do this. God. Jesus. God. But no, yeah, bro, we got 6 more days. Y'all be able to win the computer. But if you want to buy it, go to the website. CP sent me is the code. You can also scan this QR code right here, right on your screen, and go to the website. I'll be giving away more, and then so will the fellas as well. We all finna get hooked up with the same thing. So appreciate y'all, man. I'm waiting on my barber to come fix my hair, man. Like I said, I tried.
Hey, Kadeem.
Hey, hold on, let me give my shout out real quick, Billy, my sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them boys once again, man. KTP Studios in Indianapolis, Indiana. Let me shout out the CEO, the founder, Kilo, the artist Casper, another new artist called Hunter Child J, and my dog Innocent, man. Make sure you check out their music. Them boys is spitting flames out of Naptown. It's ktpstudios.net. You know what I'm saying? Go check them out. And last but not least, before I give it to Billy, if you want to get your product placed or you want to get a promotion ad used on an episode of Roast This, hit us up in the DM. You see our social media handle, who is Brandon Lewis, at Billy Sorrells, at Comedian CP, at D. Kraig Smith. Hit us up, man, and we can work out a deal to get your product on an episode of Roast This. Go ahead.
Hey, can we do something real quick and then we'll get out of here?
Yeah, what's up?
Man, I think we need like 3 minutes. Bro, can you just give us any ignorant pictures? I want to go off and roast some ignorant shit. I want to go dumb for like 3 minutes. Let's just go off.
Do it.
Let's get ignorant.
I mean,
information. I'm ready to go ignorant for 3 minutes.
this is pretty ignorant, but I'm not going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
That's pretty ignorant right here.
That's pretty ignorant. Get y'all ass up. That's the first thing.
I told y'all in my stand-up, they finna come out with White Panther in a minute. Fuck it, they finna do that.
Man, your stupid ass up.
Wisconsin forever.
These niggas got on Wrangler kente cloths and shit. If you don't get that goofy ass corporate shit the fuck up out of here, man. Play.
Get up some old ass knees too. That's marble floor. You know their knees is cracking as we speak. I can hear the fucking arthritis. Osteoporosis knee having ass. Get your big Mr. Burns powder body having ass. Next picture.
I mean, do y'all want to go on about Tekashi?
Oh man,
that ponytail.
Akon. We know why niggas was locked up, Akon, because you was telling on them, nigga. What the fuck?
Bro. Come on, man.
God! What?
Akon, if you don't get your big baby dark alley looking ass the fuck out of here with that goddamn remix you gave to that man, all them lights you put in Africa, and we still can't get a clear picture of your forehead.
Yeah, Akon, I'm disappointed, man. That shit hurt my heart, man. That shit hurt my heart, man.
Hey, 6ix9ine, that nigga just bitch 9. That hair ain't shit. I don't know how you take it serious. That nigga, as soon as he got to jail, nigga like, yeah, come your ass over here. Bring the hair.
Hey, Akon, the only nigga on earth with a light-skinned shadow. Like, man, shadow like, fuck it, I might as well, shit. I'm
sleep between the mattress and the box spring. That nigga did not sleep on the bed.
Yeah,
that's a whole lace front on 6ix9ine, bro. That's
that nigga. I tell you how Akon sleep. He bury himself in dirt every night. Oh, ugly ass nigga. You don't get
Earthworm
pussy,
Jim.
motherfucker. That nigga Akon.
That nigga look like, what's that little thing on SpongeBob? Plankton? Don't you look like Plankton? The little Plankton looking ass out of here. Next picture. And Tekashi, man, you just a big, that nigga look like he look like a bunch of chewed up Skittles. You know how you chew up a bunch of Skittles and take the ball out your mouth and look at it?
I pretty much ain't got nothing left for you fellas.
That's
on that
it,
one.
man.
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull something.
I think, is that it?
You got to come on, man. He gonna pull us up, son.
All right.
I mean, you want to
pull up a picture. Pull up a picture of
Billy the Billy Porter situation, right? We're not going to test the
He
Billy
forced
Porter
him up in the situation.
6ix9ine looked like a heroic lesbian warrior, nigga.
We're not gonna go on the Billy Porter situation, right? We're gonna leave that out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that out.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna leave that out of here. Let me see.
Yeah, believe me, little daddy out.
Let me see if I can give y'all something.
You don't get your guest pastor suit wearing ass, you pastor suit wearing ass. You don't get that.
He got a farmer. Here you go, right? You want to get on a tree.
Hey, have y'all been seeing that dark skin versus light skin thing?
Yeah, I don't do that, man. I don't do that.
Yes, dog.
I don't do that. I smack the shit out of anybody, dark skin, light skin. You know, some of these niggas is taking that shit serious like it's a real thing. I don't give a fuck.
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? Light skin niggas say that until a big dark skin nigga beat their ass. You be like, oh shit, these niggas is great. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't gonna happen.
A big old dark skin nigga though, like, what's up, man? You like, man,
dark skin niggas use that shit. Yeah, they use that when it comes to the bras. They got the bras thinking that it's a different. It ain't no difference.
Oh, nigga, light skin, y'all niggas be running around with fucking curly hair and chest hair for years, and bitches let y'all get away with it. It's dark time.
You know how many You know how many girls with dark-skinned boyfriends be at my house when they boyfriends fall asleep? If you don't get the fuck up out of here, bitches want just a real nigga, man.
This nigga,
Fuck all that.
If you don't get your, if you don't get your
Craig
bid,
sound like he one dark skinned nigga going through his bitch DMs away. Being like, where the fuck is your
Hey man, put King Batch up here when he was drawing on his goddamn self.
All right, I got that. I still got that.
if you don't
picture.
get your damn man, I just want to keep roasting y'all for some reason, man.
I know you want to keep roasting us. Go get
Yeah.
your
With that bullshit ass beanie you got on.
I'm a value
Hold
shooter.
on. I'm out. Look at Martin Trayvon right here.
King Bad.
All those guys who got killed by the bullies. Can you bring it closer? Like, dog, this shit is bad, bro. When I saw it, I was like, man, I wouldn't have did that. But I never even paid attention to the names being wrong until I really looked at it. Like, nigga.
bro,
Hey,
take
feeling it, man.
on himself, man. This white man, his lineup never be right. It always be off.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. That's been another episode of Roast This, man.
His lineup always
We gotta get
be
him out
off.
of here, man.
What kind of roast was that? His lineup always be off.
Who is? We
I'm
gotta
looking
go,
for something,
man.
but I can't find it,
Hey,
though.
CP, say, you know what I'm saying? Give everybody where they can find you, man. Let them know.
Find me, brother. Find me right now at comedian CP, brother. Oh yeah.
You can find Billy at God.com.
Jesus.
Uh,
Hey, let the people know where they can find you, Craig.
Moving on. Hey, you can find me on the Kraig Smith on all the social media platforms. Also, my website, thekraigsmith.com. You can also find me on All Def Digital, and at a comedy club near you very soon, man. So I'm trying to put some dates together as we speak, man. So,
oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just don't want them to hang up before I.
Oh, Billy, let them know, man.
You can find Craig at his favorite website, chickswithdicks.com.
Fuck you, nigga.
Weightlifting looking ass.
At Billy Sorrells, LYSORREWS. Hit me on the DM if you talking about going to DC for the fucking march, on Washington.
This nigga just trying to find another place to wear that suit. Nigga, shut up. Nigga, this is DC. I'm gonna wear it to the Chris Rock show. All right, hey, look. Hey, also, I'm back on the road July 9th through the 12th. I'm gonna be in Phoenix, Arizona at the Comedy House. So
I might pull up with you, man. I might come down there.
Hey, bro, for real, bro. You want a feature for me?
Yeah, come on. I'm with it.
Me and B. Lewis coming down to Phoenix, Arizona, July 9th, 9th through the 12th. We might even bring God. And
hey,
so Phoenix, y'all fucking with us, pull up.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm with that, CP. We'll talk afterwards. But follow me, who is Brandon Lewis, man. Keep watching us, man. We live every Tuesday, 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. If you want your ad or your product, hit us on the DM, man. Other than that, we are out.